As I pointed out before, if there's a live court case going on, you can't talk about it really because it could jeopardise the result. It could influence a person's decision about what they feel regarding the guilt or innocence of that individual, or the circumstances involved in the situation that they're trying to decide the outcome of. I've been involved in a legal issue for the last nearly 2 years, which I haven't been able to talk about. I received a letter from my solicitor yesterday basically telling me it's all over. And I won. I got what I wanted. And now I can tell you about it in the hope that my story will, try and help others get there themselves if they're involved in anything similar or any legal battle at all. How do everyone? Welcome back to the channel for a Thursday. Hope you're doing all right. I certainly am. I had some relief in the post yesterday. Well, it was an email, in fact, from my solicitor. In January 2020, I was involved in quite a nasty road traffic collision. I was actually quite lucky to escape with a fat lip, a couple of bumps and bruises, and a bit shaken up to say the least. It's been going on all this time because obviously with world events things haven't been able to progress as quickly as they should have done otherwise, but we've got to the end of the road now. It's done, it's over, and I can talk about it. To let you know what I'm referring to, have a look at this dash cam footage that was taken from my vehicle on the day. I warn you, the next 17-18 seconds of footage aren't pretty to look at, so if you are of a delicate disposition, please turn away now.
All right, back. In Westminster. All right, it's got to be in the European Parliament. I'm looking at the timetable. Let's take the Netherlands. And I think, because Guy Verhofstadt before Christmas said we might vote against. Now look, in reality, I think the... No.
There's one thing that always sticks in my mind from that footage, right after that impact with the Volvo in the hard shoulder. That's, I can smell burning. Oh my God, I need to abandon ship. And I literally got out of the car. And also I could taste blood, and I felt like I had a fat lip. And what it turned out, where I tried to make a last effort to save myself, the airbag went off in my elbow and bang, ended up punching myself in the face. That's what that was. And apart from some like rotational whiplash type injuries, I was just shaken up. But naturally, of course, chaos ensued. That was on the M26, all that occurred, and we actually managed to close the entire section of motorway on that side for a period of time while they cleared up the mess. My van that I had at the time was a complete write-off. This whole episode was caused by another accident that had happened earlier on. A Mercedes Sprinter van had gone up the back end of a smaller vehicle with, I think it was 3 occupants, and sent them into the hard shoulder, spinning round out of control. And the Volvo that I collided with had actually pulled over to offer assistance to them. So it was like a double accident. Well, the guy in the middle, in the small Nissan Micra, I think was the make of the car, who lost control, initially tried accusing me of hitting his car. And what in fact happened, he didn't acknowledge or react to the fact that there was a slowing down vehicle in front of him, swerved towards the hard shoulder, realised there was a car there, swerved back across, cutting off my route of escape. I headed for the only gap I had, and he came back across and slammed into the side of me. Now, the gentleman concerned, Mr. Paul, decided to leave the scene very quickly. Well, at that point in time, I was left in a very precarious situation. After all, what is a taxi driver with no taxi to drive? So I got myself home via road recovery, got rather pissed that night, as you do, because I was quite shaken up and felt like I inhabited the body of a 90-year-old. And then the legal stuff starts, and we're talking about loss of vehicle, loss of use, injury, loss of earnings, and so on and so on and so forth. I had to be medically examined. I had to have a period of physiotherapy because my injuries to my neck and my shoulders, and it was kind of a rotation type injury. It really wasn't great. No, I kept replaying the thing over and over in my head. What if I turned right instead of left, and all the other things? So I had to be psychologically assessed as well. With that particular portion of events, I got paid out for the vehicle. They never pay you the full replacement value of your vehicle, hence I ended up with the Mercedes. But I did argue my case and got a few quid more. Now that's one point. Never take the first offer. Always argue. And they will pay you more. You just have to fight for it. I got paid for my injury after negotiation. And the sticking point, which is taken all the time, is loss of earnings. I wanted an amount, and they would not pay that amount. They tried every trick in the book regarding my tax situation, my personal circumstances, the bookings that I showed that I had to give to other drivers. They tried it all, and I said, I'll have my day in court, thank you very much. Well, my solicitor wrote to me. The hearing on this was the end of the month, and I found that the judge involved found in my favour. I've been awarded slightly more costs because of injury, slightly more for loss of use and compensation, and I got the loss of earnings which I was trying to achieve, all because I didn't roll over and say yes. The point of the story is, if you were involved in a situation like this, it can be mentally draining, very much so. And sometimes you think, what's the point? I'll just take what's on offer. I'm done, I don't want to know anymore. But you need to fight, you need to go on, and eventually you will win, because a judge will base everything on the evidence they see. I did a video the other day where I said I never delete anything, I keep everything, and as you could see with that accident footage and photos, I will keep everything forevermore, because you never know when you'll need it to defend yourself at some point, or alternately prove your case. And that's all a judge is interested in, facts. So as long as you're in the right, you will always come through the other side. You just have to believe that that will happen. And one more note about the guy who was driving the car in the middle that lost control and caused the whole thing. I got a lovely letter off of Kent Police. It turns out he wasn't properly insured to drive that vehicle in the first place. Ended up with points on his licence, a fine, and he's lucky he didn't get banned. The truth will always out in the end. That much is certain. Anyway, that's my story. Let me know what you think, and I hope I've helped somebody by telling it. I'm off. I'll see you shortly with the last one of the day. Toodaloo.